Thunderbirds Ultimate is supposed to be electrifying, but we prefer that to be metaphorical. For the past hour or so, there's been a lot of thunder and some lightning here at Highmark Stadium along the soggy and scenic Monongahela River. But the storms have passed through and the Ultimate's about to start. Folks, thank you for joining me. I'm Matt Weiss, the voice of the Thunderbirds, bringing you to looking downfield where we saw Robert against John Mast one-on-one, and a nice block by Carl Johnson. Johnson weaving back towards the away sideline. Newell set up in the reset. Now he goes up the line. Nifty inside out finds him. Carl Johnson breaks out of the pack away from Luke Marks, and it took a while. Melting back into what looks more like a matchup defense. But those three guys are sort of forming a cup, and then when the disc gets moved, here's a hammer over the top to a wide open Gorlick. I'm sorry, I called that name wrong. That's Gabe Vordick. And Vordick finishes with a little backhand for the score. And I think that was offensive players for the Radicals. Marshall settles in on the mark. This one's released. Max Devine giving chase. Can Mitchell catch up with it? No problem. Newell fortunately secures it before Weber can get on it. Devine with a nice cut clears out the defense. Rather than hitting Selleck, though, oh my gosh, what a bid from Tull. Garlick probably got a hand on him. There was, and we're not seeing a lot of argument. So sometimes that happens in the double team. Gutkowski has an opportunity to do it again. He does. He gets it cleanly. Vukovic lays out, can't get it. And here it goes to him, and he bookends it. Gutkowski with bookends, and it's Garlock that throws it to him. Mechanix rolls with the mark. Driehaus has it. Max Shepard working hard downfield to get open, and it looks like Mechanix with a block. Weber waiting for his team to come through. Mechanix with a block on Driehaus, sent into traffic, and Driehaus attempts to make the play, but Madison doing a nice job of double teaming the Thunderbirds throwers almost immediately after they catch it. Another inside throw and another layout grab by Driehaus. Driehaus with a hammer over the top. Shepard there, and it sails over Mark, and Max just had to concentrate and watch that thing into his hands. Usually he's going to high point somebody back there, but he wasn't going to have the opportunity. Don't like it when we can't give credit where credit is due. Max Shepard finds Oliart. Johnson breaking down against Marks, but Shepard's still open. He catches it. Now he's in the power position, and he sends one across the field that he hopes will fade and find Driehaus, and it does. Somehow he sneaks it past number 55, Kelson Alexander. And that is a tougher throw to make this year. One of Pittsburgh's favorite sons and an OG Thunderbird, and a hustle player too. Here comes Marquis. He winds one up. He's got a receiver, but he's also got Carl Johnson, and Johnson takes it away. Nice block by Johnson. Repperman sends one up, and he's got Oliart deep, giving chase. Oh, that was a smart play because Carrico was coming in chase, and here comes a hammer over the top to Oliart, and the Thunderbirds do manage to strike quickly. Is that it gets where it's going in a hurry. And you can throw it hard and fast. It cuts through the wind. And this pull is an example of it. It's always an adventure, and it's a Callahan. Zaccardi couldn't pick it up, and Carrico lays out for a Callahan. And boy, it may not be raining. See if they can find him. Not anymore. They decide to go over the top. Connor Newell, this isn't usually his game. It is Weber's disc. Because Alex Mullen was there. Mullen with a nice cut that Malachi Marshall saves the throw. Mullen turned his defender inside out going up the line. And here comes a big one from Kindell. And it is high pointed by Logan Call as defense team number 2 takes charge. Shows him how it's done. That was a hair-raising. Shepard's got 7 seconds. He launches it. It's a big inside out. It's going to carry. Even in this air, Anson Repperman underneath it on the goal line. But coming through is Devine, and right in front of Dillard. Dillard now takes off on Luo. Devine is open. I'm sorry, that was a sample open. And Selleck denies the crossfield pass. There goes McMonigal. He takes 2 defenders with him, and so Hansen's open for right now. Johnson backs off this one. You can't do that. Right on the goal line, and he's been breaking all day. Gets started before the whistle, then the whistle comes, breaks again, probably fouled on the mark, and a goal is signaled by both referees, and the Thunderbirds are down 17-8. So Johnson are now representing Philadelphia, and sometimes they get to come here and play us in the Commonwealth Cup, which is always fun. Speaking of fun, it's a shot across the field from Max Shepard that finds Driehaus, despite a bid from McCarthy that was play out, but hopefully we'll get another look at it because it's interesting. Meanwhile, really interesting is Carico going deep. Johnson, Dillard giving chase, but it's a perfect shot. Second guessing some of these calls. And overall, of course, the refs do a terrific job. As does Driehaus and Max Shepard. This one's popped up, but perfectly popped up. You don't have to say it to Sterling Kanaki, folks. He knows you're thinking it, and he's thinking it too. Catch your D's. But I don't know if he'd had an opportunity to... Nice inside shot to Hart. And he's got a deep target. Throws up the forehand, Zaccardi tracking it, jumps but can't keep it out of Avery Johnson's hands. And Kai Marcus. Weber catches one going downfield. Just a couple seconds left now. Garlock doesn't have to throw this, and he doesn't. And the game is over. So the Thunderbirds go down 23-14 to fall to 0-2 in the Central Division of the Ultimate Frisbee Association. Meanwhile, the Madison Radicals get a win to join the other teams at the top of the division, Chicago and Minnesota. And as the 2 teams line it up to